When we think about super rich homeowners, we might picture movie stars or tech giants, bankers, and even business people. But what about the entrepreneurs behind some of the world's most popular fast food chains? From the man behind McDonald's and his hamburger house, to Colonel Sanders' KFC headquarters, the house that Taco Bell bought, and the Starbucks mansion, these delicious dwellings were all built by fast food royalty, and they're almost too good to be true, so let's go ahead and take a look. Up first, we go to the Domino's Mansion. After snapping up this dreamy Bel Air estate in 2021, Domino's head Don May is already looking to offload it. The pizza mogul picked up this delicious slice of Los Angeles real estate for $20 million, and after giving it a glitzy upgrade, is now asking for a whopping $30 million. Although we're sure you've eaten a slice or two of Domino's pizza, it's likely you never heard of Don May. So let's find out who he really is and find out how he became the brains of the biggest pizza chain in the world. Domino's Pizza Enterprises was founded in Australia in 1983, but May didn't join the company until 1996. In fact, his love for pizza began in 1987 when he worked part-time for Silvo's Dial Pizza. He soon climbed through the management ranks at Silvio's, which later bought the Domino's brand in Australia. In 1996, May opened his first Domino's store in Queensland, and within 5 years, he owned 17 stores. Today, he heads the enterprise, which operates a total of 20,000 restaurants worldwide as of 2022. However, Domino's is currently feeling the squeeze. In June, May announced plans to shut down stores and cut the cost. In March, it was revealed he sold 150,000 shares to keep skyrocketing interest rates at bay on his own personal borrowing. The home is set on a half an acre of land. It has 8 bedrooms and 15 bathrooms, and it was built in the year 2013, and it certainly makes the most of its incredible reservoir and canyon views. With almost every room of the sprawling house boasting a number of floor-to-ceiling windows, this formal sitting room is just one of the several living areas, while coffered ceilings and stone fireplaces are themed repeated throughout, including the formal dining room and wood-paneled office. The kitchen is no less grand, described in the listing as a chef's dream, with twin islands, top-of-the-line appliances, custom cabinetry, and marble countertops. The home's opulent extras are exactly what a discerning billionaire might expect to find in their home, such as this incredible wine cellar and tasting room with brick walls and a vaulted ceiling. The perfect spot to entertain friends or hammer out their latest takeover deal. Coming across the ornate wet bar and 12-seat home theater, you could be forgiven for thinking you wandered into an actual cinema. There's a lounge and a billiard room, as well as a full gym to keep you entertained. And just in case the house didn't offer quite enough already, the new owners will get to enjoy this indoor spa and pool that looks something out of a resort. Not to mention the incredible stained glass that's sitting above. Outside, there's yet another pool, this time an infinity edge pool and a spa, which along with a sun deck, lawn, and multiple terraces and balconies ensure you're never far from a breathtaking view of the incredible courtside below. While May will no doubt be sad to wave goodbye to these stunning views, it's not the only home he has recently offloaded. The entrepreneur and his wife also sold their 5-bedroom home in exclusive Brisbane, Australia. Instead, the couple have been reportedly opted to live in a penthouse apartment in Australia. Up next, we go to the In-N-Out Burger Mansion in California. Lindsay Snyder became the majority owner of the popular American fast food chain In-N-Out Burger at the tender age of just 35, gaining herself a billionaire's bank account. In fact, according to Forbes, the entrepreneur is worth a staggering $4.2 billion. With her wealth, Snyder snapped up a sprawling estate located about 30 minutes northeast of downtown LA for $17.5 million. Aside from her own hard work, Snyder's success can be put down to her grandparents, Harry and Esther Snyder, who founded In-N-Out Burger in 1948. Over the years, the company grew and now has 360 chains across the US. Sadly, Snyder's father and uncle, both of which were previous company presidents, died young. So by 2000, when she was just 18, Snyder became the last family heir. In 2017, on her 35th birthday, she received the final portion of her inheritance and additional stake in the chain. Since gaining ownership, Snyder has expanded In-N-Out by more than 80 locations, proving that she's definitely taking a hands-on role in the job. And what better way to reward yourself for your hard work than this incredible mansion? The 4.5-acre property features a stunning main residence, a guest house, 6-car garage, a pool cabana, a recreation center, so let's go ahead and take a look inside. The grand 18,800 square foot Mediterranean-inspired property is truly mind-blowing. It's clear every space was designed with entertaining in mind, and its layout enjoys a seamless indoor-outdoor flow. So step through the front door and you'll find yourself in a huge double-height entrance foyer decorated with a Cinderella staircase, sleek marble floor, and a statement chandelier. The hallway leads through to numerous formal living rooms decorated with French doors, European fireplaces, and hardwood floors. In total, the estate has 11 bedrooms and 12 bathrooms, but the master suite is something to be admired. The space has its own lounge, walk-in closet, private bathroom, and a private balcony overlooking the garden. Other highlights include the home's billiards room, a movie theater, and a 3,500 square foot recreation center. which could be used as a ballroom, dance studio, or a batting cage. The home also has 3 kitchens, a large chef's kitchen, a prep kitchen, and this cool outdoor setup that's perfect for making the most of this California climate. The resort-like backyard benefits from panoramic views of the city and is home to manicured gardens, water features, an infinity edge pool, and dining spaces that are outdoors. There's also a private 2-hole golf course and a basketball court. In December of 2021, Snyder sold the pad for $16.5 million, making a loss on her initial investment. Up next, we go to Colonel Sanders' longtime estate in Kentucky. This sprawling estate in Shelbyville, Kentucky was the longtime residence of Colonel Sanders, the man behind everyone's favorite fried chicken outlet, KFC. As well as boasting a lovely private home, this 3-acre estate also features an amazing 25,000 square foot restaurant and a banquet hall, which Sanders created for his wife, Claudia Sanders, back in 1959. So let's see how this all came about. Colonel Sanders is one of the most recognizable faces. The grandfather of fast food, had many jobs before he launched KFC. He was a steamboat pilot and a farmer, but in 1930 he bought a roadside motel in Corbin, Kentucky, and began serving his southern-style chicken. In 1939 he perfected his recipe, which is still in use today, and by 1952 the first KFC franchise opened near Salt Lake City. In 1964 Sanders sold the company, and today it's valued at $8.3 billion. During his time owning the world's second largest restaurant chain after McDonald's, Colonel Sanders clearly made decent money, and he used his wealth to buy a historic home that was constructed in 1866. He then set about creating a huge restaurant next door that was named Claudia Sanders Dinner House. The eatery and house still sit next to each other to this day. The house, known as Blackwood Hall, was the primary residence of Colonel and Claudia Sanders for more than 25 years, from 1959 to 1984. The 6,000 square foot building still retains much of its original period charm, including its sweeping timber staircase, exotic floors, grand chandeliers, and pretty woodwork. The front door opens into a unique entrance hall decorated with bold wallpaper and gilded furnishings. The hallway flows through a living room, then to a formal dining room with a traditional kitchen and a music room with mirrored walls. While we don't know how many bedrooms the house has, I'm sure they're all similar to the rest of the interior. The house also still harbors some of Sanders' personal belongings, including the original Kentucky Colonel certificate, a happy birthday letter from President Nixon, and Sanders' monogrammed Bible. His money clip and his wristwatch are all still in the house. As for the restaurant, the space is almost too big to handle. Spanning 25,000 square feet, it offers countless dining spaces spread across 2 floors, a huge commercial kitchen, restrooms, a gift shop, and a large bar. Both properties are currently on the market for $4.5 million, so if you're interested, go grab it. Up next, we go to the McDonald's mansion in California. The 555-acre ranch near Santa Barbara, California, was once the headquarters of arguably the most iconic fast food chain, McDonald's. In fact, it's the world's largest chain, and according to Forbes, the company has sold $23.2 billion worth of hamburgers around the world, and despite being founded in 1955, it was named in the top 10 world's most valuable brands in 2020. So where did it all begin? And let's take a look at this unique mansion. In 1954, traveling salesman Ray Kroc visited a small restaurant in San Bernardino, California, run by McDonald brothers. Kroc was so impressed by its limited menu and speedy service that he based his franchise business on their model and called it McDonald's System, Inc. In 1955, Kroc opened the first McDonald's east of the Mississippi River, and by 1961 he owned the company outright. Then, when the fast food giant went public on the stock market, Kroc became an overnight millionaire. Kroc snapped up this ranch in 1966, a decade after taking control of McDonald's franchise, aiming at the J&R double-arched ranch. He paid $600,000, which was around $5.6 million today's money, for the place, and moved in with his second wife, Jane. The estate's most famous feature is its grand circular home, which was built in the early 1970s after Ray married his third wife, Joan. The property's round shape is rather fitting, and locals finally referred to the building as a hamburger. The property sits atop a small hill on the estate, and Kroc spent years turning it into a research facility where new McDonald recipes could be cooked up. The home doubled as a holiday retreat for Kroc and other McDonald's executives. That's not bad for a company perk. Inside, the property boasts gorgeous architectural features, including a central fire pit, soaring ceilings, and carved support beams. Its walls of glass allow for 360-degree views across the landscape outside. Now known as the Knoll House, the building was the center of the estate when the Krocs were in the residence and features a tiki bar in the main living space. And according to LA Times, the home hosted a think tank where the Egg McMuffin and Chicken McNuggets were born. Yet the Roundhouse isn't the only building on the estate. There's also the Golden Arches Lodge, pictured here, which spans 17,000 square feet and boasts stunning main living rooms and a 28-foot tall high ceilings. 7 more units include a library, test kitchen, a gym, much needed after all those samples of course, which all make up the estate. Sadly, Kroc passed away in 1984, and Joan tried to donate the estate to Ronald McDonald House Organization to develop as a camp for sick children. The locals apparently opposed the idea. It was then later bought by Gerald Kessler, the owner of Nature's Plus Vitamins. But it was then again on the market in 2020 and then September of 2021, priced at a whopping $26.9 million. It's since been slashed to around $18 million, but it's still currently for sale. Up next, we go to Howard Schultz Vacation Retreat in Hawaii. Back in 2015, American businessman Howard Schultz, the chief executive officer of the Starbucks Coffee Company, dropped $25 million on this spectacular vacation retreat on Hawaii's sought-after Kona coast. The residence sits on exclusive Four Seasons development, making it perfect for a high-flying CEO. The world's most iconic coffee company, Starbucks, began life fairly modestly. The first store opened in Seattle in 1971, selling freshly roasted coffee beans, teas, and spices. But it wasn't until Howard Schultz took charge of the company in 1982 that the sales really took off. Schultz expanded Starbucks from 11 stores to more than 30,000 worldwide. Today, Schultz is worth $3.8 billion, and Starbucks sales are thought to be worth $34 billion according to Forbes. The luxurious holiday hideaway is nestled on 2 acres of land and benefits from nearly 11,000 square feet of living space. The pad initially hit the market in January of 2015 with a price tag of $33 million, so Schultz gained himself quite the bargain. The all-teak interior offers a relaxed and easy flow. Inside there are numerous lounge spaces, 9 bathrooms, a games room, and a media room. Of course, there's also a spacious kitchen complete with teak cabinets, marble counters, and plenty of windows that overlook the home's gorgeous gardens. There's even a lovely bar area that wouldn't feel out of place in a 5-star resort. Plus, as a resident of the resort, Schultz gained access to the 2 exclusive golf courses, multiple sports and beach clubs, and swimming facilities. The house is also neighbor to multiple billionaire families, including Michael Dell, the founder and chairman and CEO of Dell Technologies. Who would want to spend any time indoors when this beautiful backyard is right outside? The home's exterior features a hot tub, infinity edge pool, numerous cabanas for sunbathing, lounging, and dining, and lawns and flower beds that are filled with native plants and trees. This pad sits right next to the resort's golf course and is set back from the Pacific Ocean with views of the mountain, coconut trees, and lava rock formations from almost every interior and exterior space. Up next, we go to Glenn Bell's mansion in California. This incredible hillside mansion in Rancho Santa Fe, California, was originally owned by Glenn Bell, the founder of Taco Bell. American businessman bought the dreamy estate in 1982, and we can totally see why. Nestled on almost 4 acres of land, it benefits from high-end amenities, gorgeous landscape grounds, and a stunning interior, so let's go ahead and take a look inside. Bell established the fast food chain back in 1962 and truly epitomizes the entrepreneurial spirit. During a summer in Washington, D.C. with his great aunt, Bell began baking blackberry pies and selling them locally. Soon he decided he wanted to make his own food stand. In 1948, aged just 25 years old, Bell started his first hamburger stand, Bell's Drive-In, and by 1952, he'd sold the business and started a second one that sold hamburgers and hot dogs. Bell soon branched out into tacos in 1964. Bell franchised his restaurant. In 1978, the 868 restaurant chain was sold to PepsiCo for $125 million, which is equivalent to almost $600 million nowadays. So it's no wonder why Bell has plenty of spare cash to spend on this amazing real estate. This 7,500 square foot custom mansion has a huge entrance foyer, plush living room, formal dining room, endless outdoor entertainment spaces, including an 82-foot vanishing edge pool with a marble waterfall. The house also boasts a truly magnificent chef's kitchen that's the size of an average city apartment. Everywhere you look, you'll spot the premium materials and lovely architectural details, such as floor-to-ceiling fireplaces, wood panel surfaces, tile work, and oversized windows that frame the outdoor scenery. There are 6 bathrooms and 5 bedrooms, but the master suite is fit for a VIP and might as well be the home's biggest selling point. Discreetly located in its own private wing, the enormous room comes with a sitting area and access to its very own private walled garden. As for the master bedroom, well, it's huge. It boasts marble surfaces, a large walk-in shower, and a raised tub with views of the secluded courtyard garden. Bell's amazing former home has landed on the property market back in June of 2019 before selling in August for slightly less than $3.3 million. Up next, we go to the Campbell Soup Mansion in PA. This enchanting 32-acre estate in Pennsylvania was once owned by the Darrins family of Campbell Soup Company fame. It features an amazing French Norman-style residence, Several guest houses, staff quarters, enchanting courtyards, rolling pastures, numerous gardens, and tons of outdoor pools. So let's go ahead and take a look into this whole estate. The Campbell Soup Company started life in 1869 thanks to wholesale vegetable vendor Joseph Campbell and a commercial canner, Abraham Anderson. In 1894, Arthur Derrance succeeded Joseph as company president, and 3 years later, Arthur's nephew John D. Derrance invented condensed soup, something that the company is still known for today. Thanks to John's success, Forbes named the Derrances America's 19th richest family in 2020. It was at this lavish historic home known as Linden Hill that the Derrance family raised their children. Sadly, we don't know how much they paid for this place, but we're sure it came with a sizable price tag considering its scale and beauty. The house dates back to 1930, the year John T. Derrance passed away, so it's unclear which family member put down the cash for this property. Step inside, and the true beauty of the home is revealed. The nearly 15,000 square foot main house boasts historic rooms with gorgeous period features, but 21st century amenities. The house was designed between 1928 and 1931 for stockbroker Rodman Ellison Grimskin, and no expense was spared. There's a grand formal room for entertaining, and cozy, intimate spaces for quiet family time. Across the estate, you'll find 14 bedrooms and 10 bathrooms, a formal living room, a dining room, a large gourmet kitchen, a library, and a lofted lounge that would make perfect for a home office. Outside, there's also a tennis court, 10-car garage, a multi-stall horse barn, and a woodworking shop. Yet the estate's most unique feature has to be one-of-a-kind chicken coop. In 1992, the Derrances sold it to Robert Birch, the former brother-in-law of fashion designer Tory Burch. The Birch family placed the property on the market in 2013 for $24.5 million, but cut the price to $19.5 million in May of 2015. After struggling to find a buyer, it's been on the market ever since, and it's still for sale right now for a significantly reduced $9.5 million. Up next, we go to the Kraft Cheese Inventor's Mansion. This elegant 6-bedroom mansion is tucked away among the highly desirable tree-lined streets of Wilmette, Illinois, a quiet neighborhood 14 miles north of Chicago. The house and garden appear extremely well maintained, so it might surprise you to know that it was built in 1930 by architect Abram Epstein, and lived in by no other than James Lewis Kraft, the inventor of processed cheese. The second of 11 children, Kraft was born in 1874 near Ontario, Canada. But where his father had a business delivering dairy products in a horse-drawn wagon, he immigrated to Buffalo, New York in 1902 at the age of 28 and joined the Shefford Cheese Company. While on a business trip to Chicago, his partners booted him from the company. Luckily for fans of the famous Kraft cheese slices, the entrepreneur started his very own business, which eventually became Kraft Foods Inc. The inventor devised a process of pasteurizing and preserving cheese, which was patented in 1916. And received a huge boost in the First World War when the US government provided their armed forces with tinned cheese. Abraham Epstein built the stone house for a different family, and it was just a year later after the stock market crash and America was in the grip of the Great Depression. Epstein's company, Epstein Global, is still active today, but later the Tudor Revival mansion was snapped up by America's cheesemonger, and Kraft happened to pick this beautiful mansion up for a cool $3.1 million. Although the interior spaces have been upgraded to include all the modern luxuries a family might need, the sellers have preserved the historic home's timeless charm. The grand formal living room is lined with rich floor-to-ceiling wood paneling, as is the impressive hallway, which also boasts intricate plaster molding on the ceiling. The ground floor also includes a dining room, a large family room, custom-built kitchen with a marble island, and a sunlit breakfast room. Epstein designed 3 built-in safes, one for silverware, one in the master bedroom, and a third room-sized vault that is now part of the second floor. Upstairs, the first floor is made up of a library with original doors, 4 large neutrally decorated bedrooms, each with a bathroom, an additional second story, which would have been used as a maid's quarter in Kraft's day. The home also has an enormous great room with vaulted ceilings, a kitchenette, full bathroom, and 2 further guest bedrooms, not to mention a fully finished basement that includes a wine store and a foosball table. Outside, the new owners will be able to relax on the roof column terrace or in the almost half-acre manicured garden. The sellers renovated the whole home meticulously and faithfully, right down to hand-painted tiles, which were restored and replaced more recently. It was later owned by the legendary 1940s Chicago Bears tackle, Lee Ardo. All in all, the house has had 6 owners, and it's almost 100 years, and it's currently for sale if you want to be the 7th. Up next, we go to this California pizza mogul's mansion. This spectacular home was constructed in 1996 for California Pizza Kitchen co-founder Larry Flax and his wife Joan. The couple hired renowned architect Bob Ray Offenhauser to design their custom home, so everything was crafted to meet their wild standards. Though we don't know how much it cost for the couple years ago, we do know that they're likely to make a killing when the house sells, since it's currently listed for a staggering $42.5 million. Before he was a fast food king, Larry Flax was a lawyer with his very own firm, Flax and Rosenfield. He practiced from 1973 until opening the first California Pizza Kitchen restaurant in Beverly Hills in 1985. Today, the chain has nearly 200 restaurants in 12 international cities and 11 countries. In 2011, Flax and Rosenfield sold the company to a private investment firm for $480 million. Inspired by a French chateau, the house has never before been on the market and has been pitched by listing agents Carol Wood Partners as a deliciously different mansion. Located in a guard-gated Beverly Park enclave, the lavish home boasts a circular motor court decorated with tiered fountain. Outside, there are almost 3 acres of land, while on the inside there's more than 14,500 square feet of living space. Across the home's deluxe floors, you'll find a limestone-clad foyer with a sweeping staircase and a gold leaf ceiling dome, numerous formal sitting rooms for hosting VIP guests, 7 bedrooms, 12 bathrooms, and an impressive 20-seat dining room, and of course a huge kitchen that's fit for a foodie. The main living room benefits from floor-to-ceiling French doors that spill out to a covered lounge area with a fireplace, perfect for enjoying a slice or two under the stars. From gold leaf details to marble elements and Murano glass chandeliers, it's clear no expense was spared in the making of this house. Other highlights include the home's china room with felt-lined storage units, perfect for displaying your finest crockery, and what's more, its family room, which has a groin-vaulted ceiling, marble fireplace, and a wood wet bar, not to mention an 1800-bottle wine cellar with a wood-paneled library connected to the luxurious movie theater. And of course, the property benefits from plenty of gorgeous bedrooms, including this master suite. It comes complete with separate seating areas, a kitchenette, a balcony, dual bathrooms, 2 walk-in closets, and an office. Outside, there are countless areas for dining and relaxing, as well as a 70-foot swimming pool, spa, and an outdoor kitchen, and also a tennis court. All these luxuries doesn't come cheap though. Dirt suggests that the community fees here are up to $5,200 every month. Alright everyone, I think that's going to wrap this video up. Like I mentioned in the beginning, follow all my social media, and also 50% of the people who watch me don't subscribe. So just, if you're watching, just click the subscribe button. It's free, it means a lot. And then an alternative option would be to become a member, which costs a couple dollars, but then, you know, I'll be calling you guys, FaceTiming you guys. You get cool badges, you get exclusive videos. I'll be making videos that I can't show, like public channel. So you guys get a ton of cool features and by clicking here and becoming a member. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I love you guys. Thank you for the constant support. Feel free to share this video on anything, and I'll see you in the next video. Later.